York City, 1981. A cultural and historical nexus. A booming Wall Street, the death of disco, and the birth of hip-hop. Powered by its people, New York City was the rising tide that lifted the world. But as the greatest city in America prospered, parts of it were consumed by civil unrest, drugs, blackouts, and massive crime.
One looter said it was wild. Mobs roamed the streets, smashing windows, ripping out gates, carrying away groceries, clothes, furniture, appliances.
On the periphery of the city, one underserved neighborhood was finding its identity.
That building over there is part of New Hope Gardens. That was like the first sign of rejuvenation.
And amidst the concrete and turmoil, hope bloomed.
Hope Gardens was constructed during the 1970s, during a period of social unrest, riots, blackouts, and a period where the future of Brooklyn was still pretty unclear.
The original Hope Gardens was built from 79 to 81. It was built as a promise to the residents of Bushwick that stable, affordable housing was within reach.
When I first started teaching in Bushwick, I started seeing absolutely beautiful things in people. I noticed people just living their lives, like dandelions and wildflowers going through the cracks. And I even had the thought that this would be a good artist neighborhood. A lot of what was around the school was burnt out or closed up, and then there was this tall building that looked sparkly new and shone, you could see it in the sunlight. Kind of stood out like the Empire State Building or the Flatiron. And it was nice to learn later on that it was actually called Hope Gardens.
I've been here for 30 years. I raised my kids here. People in the building raise their kids, their great-grandkids, and we love it here. We family. 289 is a family building.
One of the tremendous aspects of Hope Gardens, and something we found immediately when we came here, was the base of existing residents, people who have been here, in some cases for generations since the beginning. There's a deep resident love for Bushwick, an attitude of belonging that exists here unlike anywhere else.
When I think of Bushwick, I think of transformation. There's greatness in New York City housing projects, there's greatness in the New York City shelter system. There is greatness in those places, and we just have to tell those individuals.
New York's in the throes of change. For current and future generations, we have to protect residents of all income levels and backgrounds.
We're in a unique moment in time where we're experiencing as a nation a moment of unrest. When Hope Gardens and Bushwick Gardens were created in the 1970s, they were the promise of a new future, the promise of what could be public housing. Pennrose and Acacia are back here now working with NYCHA to renew that promise.
The Bushwick dream is to make sure that our people are still here, that the people that made Bushwick what it is continue to live here, that they can grow here and say I've been here and say I was part of this.
Hope Gardens renovations are not without their obstacles. From dealing with the Department of Housing and Urban Development to convincing skeptical residents that they won't be priced out or made victims of gentrification, and working with the New York City Housing Authority. The road to rejuvenation is not always easy, and this is only the beginning.